How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another Sora tech video as we continue to cover Sora's fundamentals. In this video we will cover his ledge trapping, a core part of any character's competitive gameplay. This video is intended to be self-contained, not only being a guide to Sora but also to the fundamentals of ledge trapping generally, so that you can understand how each option functions and why it works. With that said, this video will be broken up into 4 parts. The first will be general ledge trapping mechanics and fundamentals, including the opponent's ledge options and frame data. If you already understand this at a fundamental level, you can skip ahead, otherwise you should definitely start here. Next will be the meat of the Sora content. We will cover his first ledge trapping position, just outside of regular Getup range. And then we will go over 2 other positions, one being just within roll distance, and the other directly at the ledge. We will make extensive use of the invincibility display as well as the training mod, including hitbox visualizations. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Now for the fundamentals of ledge trapping, your opponent has 6 main options for getting off the ledge. The neutral or regular getup, the ledge roll, the ledge jump, ledge attack, stalling at the ledge, and dropping off with a double jump, usually with an attack. Some characters do have special options at the ledge, but for this video we'll be covering the basics, although you should still learn these matchups. In terms of frame data, there are 2 things to understand, the invulnerability frames and total frames. 4 of the options have invulnerability at the start, with the last parts of the move being vulnerable and completely punishable. Take Mario for instance, whose ledge jump has 12 invulnerable frames and 14 frames total, leaving 2 vulnerable frames before he can act. His ledge roll has 25 invulnerable frames and 45 total, leaving 20 vulnerable frames. Frame data for each option is character specific, but we will include rough averages here in this table. Now we must also consider whether and how we can react to our opponent's options, versus just predicting them, and there are 2 main components to determining this. The first, of course, is reaction time, which Gimmer narrowed down to 18 frames. The second component is the frame data of your own punish. Add these 2 together and we can determine whether we have enough time to react to a particular option when it happens. Otherwise we need to execute the punish on a prediction. For instance, forward tilt can be done on reaction for neutral getup, but for roll, if you need to dash back, then it must be done on a prediction. And the ledge jump is generally unreactable, so you will be making reads on this option. This video's description will contain links to all relevant things frame data. Now the first ledge trapping position and the one of our primary focus will be at getup range, where we are in a prime position to cover all 6 of our options. We will use normal battlefield throughout this video, so you'll need to adjust for each stage. For battlefield, Sora will be at this position, noted by his relative placement to the platform and also the floor. He could be positioned a hair further to take advantage of his range, but we use this to also cover the ledge stall. Here Sora has access to most of his moves. We will go through each ledge option and the ways you can punish it. We will first start with the neutral getup, which only has 1 frame of invulnerability. Nevertheless, you can catch it easily with his jab, tilts, or dash on reaction, which can tack on damage and reset the ledge trap. Some can combo, while forward tilt will take the stock at high percent. With Sora's lingering hitboxes, some of these can be very easy to hit. His neutral air and forward air can also reset the situation on reaction, but other aerials require reads. You can short hop down air for a cheeky stock, or short hop back air, which requires more setup but is safer on shield. His grab generally functions to reset the ledge trap, but with good timing you can pivot grab and back throw for a stock. As for his smashes, up smash can be done on reaction. Even though forward smash and down smash require reads, these will kill much earlier. You also have access to most of his spells on prediction. Furaga will only reset the situation, whereas Blizzaga not only lingers a ton, but can set up for a stock. And the aerial Thundaga will also take stocks, but it's a bit slow. And lastly, Sonic Blade hits, and up B kills. Now for roll, our options are only slightly more limited. One of his best all-around tools here would be grab, where you can dash back, grab, and back throw to reset the situation and potentially take a stock. Otherwise, its tilts can either reset the situation on prediction, or start a combo on reaction. Dash back or turn around up smash will kill on reaction, and forward smash requires a read, as does down smash. The most potent spell here is Blizzaga, which can be B reversed on reaction. And dash back turn around up B can be done on reaction for a stock. Now ledge jump is of course tricky to deal with since it needs to be predicted, but because of our positioning we still have a ton of tools at our disposal. Even jab and forward tilt will catch the beginning of the jump. We can also use our aerials to stuff out the jump, especially if the opponent doesn't buffer an air dodge. and forward smash also kills. And spells serve a similar function as with neutral Getup. The next is Getup attack, which if we can punish has potentially rewarding returns. If we shield the attack, we of course have access to all of our out of shield moves, like grab, up smash, and up B. We can also drop shield and use a fast move, such as a down tilt. And if we parry, we have access to even more powerful moves, such as forward smash and down smash. The intangibility of the down smash can even go through the Getup attack on reaction, but if you do it too early, his legs could collide with the lingering attack. And now we can finally use counter, which can kill surprisingly early. Now dropping and jumping is the fastest option, limited only by the opponent's aerial attacks and air mobility. However, here we can use our out of shield options, as well as our counter, which will also leave the opponent without a second jump. Or of course we can dash back and forward smash. And the last option is the ledge stall. Now in this position we are in a prime place to punish. If their invincibility runs out, then Sora's forward tilt will attack below the ledge, potentially taking a stock. And his jab may catch your opponent off guard. And you can also ledge trump back air. So now we can move on to option 2, where Sora is slightly back from the ledge, just within ledge roll distance. There's a few key differences here. One is that we are outside of the range of Getup attack, although you will need to adjust this by matchup. So while we don't need to cover this option, we lose access to some of our punishes and gain others, but they still accomplish similar functions. For instance, down tilt no longer hits neutral Getup, but forward tilt still can. And of course his aerials function similarly. And dash grab can be done on reaction. Even forward smash can potentially hit. Sora still has access to his spells, albeit on prediction, and this time he would use the grounded version of Thundaga. And for roll punishes, the game plan is similar to before, such as with his tilts, grabs, and smashes. And similarly with jump, with the key difference that grounded Thundaga is now on deck. And for the ledge stall, dash attack becomes the primary option. And the last extremely niche position we'll discuss is directly at ledge. Among our positions, this has the least punish options, but its primary purpose is to force a commitment. This is because down smash will hit directly under the ledge for an early stock. So with that, we will conclude this ledge trapping video. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, I plan to lab this character and make more content as I find new or potentially interesting things to share. Feel free to drop a comment below if you have suggestions for future videos or even my current ones. And as always, I'll catch you later.